will work towards an aggregate operation where in an SQL we have different clauses where from group by having
Order.
order by. So to justify this group by with the single row function, now we will work with this group by concept. This is the thing. Now here you can see there are lot of records at this point of time. Around 20 records are there. Now you can see salary is a component which is spread to all the 20 records. Now the question was find the maximum salary of the employee. The question was find the maximum salary of the employee. So now you can see here 24, 17, 17, 9, 6, 4, 5, 2600, 10,500, 11,000, 8,600, 7,000, 4,400. So at most you can see the 24,000. So 24,000 is the maximum salary at point of time. So this is what this group by is going to say. It is going to work on the rows and a single, then it is going to bring up the appropriate functions here. So when there are some group by functions at this point, we have average, we have count, maximum, minimum, standard deviation, variance and sum. So standard deviation and variance, they work towards the statistic operations, etc. But for a generic way to get the sum, average, count, min, max, this will be the general way of using the group by functions. Now this group by functions, they are going to be applicable on a column, and when they are going to be met with the group by, now they are implemented on a row. So this was the key takeaway from this slide. So in general, the group by functions will be applied on a column, but they will be provoked or they will be called in the SQL command when there is going to be a group by operation. At that case, it is taking up on the row here. So now this is a simple simple way of applying average, simple way of applying minimum, maximum and sum of a salary, and it is going to be operated on the employee table. It is going to be operated on the employee table here, and where it is going to operate, it works on the job, where job first thing can be anything, last thing, but compulsory REP. So the three words should be there before anything can be there, after anything can be there. But the middle three characters, should be REP. So that is the condition where it is going to check. So the job should be like representative or REP. So before representative, where it is a sales representative or any other representative, it can be. So we don't want to negotiate that word. Similarly, from REP after, we don't know what will be the word. So we will stick up the three cases should match at that point. Next, this is again we work with hire dates here. We want to find the minimum hire date. We want to find up the maximum hire date. So that is worked on a again with the min and max functions. And similarly, I'm going to use this asterisk. Asterisk is going to be called as a wild character. So in this wild character, it is going to return the number of rows in a column. So I'm going to say for a department ID, how many number of employees are there? It is going to display some 5. So similarly, this is not specific. We are going with a generic or general word, but now the second function was it is going to identify the commission percent, and this is very specific. It is going to point out only to a specific variable. And if we want to find distinct, that is unique, or I can say no duplicates at this point of time in the department. So how many departments are there? because there are employees in 10, there are employees in 20, there are employees in 30. So in 10 there can be a lot of employees, in 20 there can be a lot of employees, in 30 there can be a lot of employees. So altogether how many departments are there? There we can say only 3. So now 3 is going to be bringing up the unique or a distinct keyword. So here we can see another value here. So when we are going to work with an average function, so when null values in the column is going to be ignored. So this is the key takeaway what we should understand. If the value was empty, the emptieth value will not be counted. So 10, 20, 30, and if I'm going to have null and 40, now if I'm going to use an average, then it takes 10, 20, 30 and 40. So it is ignoring the null value. It is going to ignore the null value. So here it has to say divide by 5. It has to give divide by 5, but average it is going to say divide by 4 only. So that is in a group by function, it is going to ignore the null values. So not
Sir, if it is count, will it take null value, sir?
No, count also it is going to ignore the null values. So
Okay, sir.
just once you verify it also, I will put the things in the database. Already you can see the OneNote. In the OneNote, I think it is shared. So you can open that share link and you can check once. So coming to this not available function. So NVL, we are going to use this. This is an advanced function which we have not yet discussed. So it is going to force group functions into null value. So what will happen here? It is saying it prompts for divide by 5. So that is the only change if I'm going to use this NVL. So when we are going to use this NVL function, the null value is also going to be included, and the average, etc., they are going to be changed. So that was the change when we are going to use NVL. Up to now we didn't work on NVLs. This is a new for us. Fine. Now coming to the new way of understanding groups of data, grouping of data. So here you can see department 10, department number 10 is one group, department number 20 is one group, department number 50 is one group, department number 60 is one group, 80 is one group, and 90 is going to be one group. Now you want to find the average salary. You want to find the average salary for each department. So for each department. So now if such is a case, now you have to go for internal grouping. You have to move it for the internal grouping. For example, I'm going to have a EEE department. I can have a EC department, CSC department, and IT department. Now EC department is 4, EEE is 2, CSC department is 5, IT department is 12. So you can say 505 like that. Now I want to find the average of these students, only CSC students. I want to find the average of marks of only EEE students, if such is a case. But if I'm going to make an average of all the departments, then it is going to get an average of college. For entire college I am going to get. But if I take this only EEE department, only CSC department, then it is going to get only the department, CSC or specific department. In the same way, when we are going to work with the group, it is dividing, or it is going to bifurcate the things into department. 10 is a department, 50 is a department, 80 is a department. So for every department, it is going to identify the values and it is going to take up. So now you can see here, this is 13,000 for one employee and 6,000 for employee. Then it is going to make some 19,000. So 19,000, and then what does it? It goes with divide by 2, then you are going to get this 9,500 as a value. Similarly, you can see that is 9,000 plus 6,000 plus 4,000 divided by 3, then you are going to get this value 6,400. Okay, now this is all theoretical part. Okay, this explanation is all theoretical part. Now, how can I put this into a SQL part? So, group by functions, they will be applicable only on a column. Group by group functions, they are going to be applicable only to the column. But now you need to use a group by function, and this group by function, it is going to evaluate an expression, and that expression it is taking up with the group activity. So now you can see the explanation into practice. We have taken up this diagram, and now this diagram we are now put it into the syntax. After that we are now building up the query. So how we are building up the query? We take up the department ID, then we are finding up the average salary, then we made an employee here. After that we are going to make a group by with the department. After that we are going to make a group by with the department. So you can see 10 salary, 50, 20 salary, 50 salary, 80 salary. So this is what we displayed. We are now displaying the values of 4,400, 9,500, 3,500, 6,400, 10,033. So are we getting this? Yeah, we got these values 4,000, 9,000, 3,500 and 6,400. So this is how we are going to get the values. So what we made a single row function. This is single group function. Now what we are going to do? We are going to do a group by that we are going to apply on the set of rows. So this is all regarding the group by. Next comes another understanding. What was this another understanding? Was grouping by more than one column. So grouping by more than one column. Okay, what is this grouping by more than one column? I will give you a simple example. So in CSC department, there are professors. In CSC department, there are associate professors. In CSC department, there are assistant professors. And in CSC department, there are programmers. Now you can see programmer salary will be less than the professor salary, or programmer salary of programmer is less than professor, right? Now similarly salary of assistant professor will be less than a professor. Now in this CSC department, subdivisions are there, right? One we call it as professor salary, another we call it as assistant professor salary, associate professor salary, programmer salary. In the same way, here we are going to take up an example. So in this example, what we are going to tell was, there was a department called as, AT. There was a department called as AT. In AT, there are two designations. What are the two designations? One, SA, salesman, and another we are going to call him as a sales representative. So one group we are going to call it as salesman, another group we are going to call it as sales representative. So now you can understand at this point. Similarly, in 90th department, what are the two groups? In one group we have president, in another group we are going to have vice president. In one group we are going to have a president, in another group we are going to have vice president. Now take up this department called as 50. Now in 50, what is internal grouping? One we are going to have ST man, another we are going to have a clerk. So I told you now, in CSC department there are professors, there are assistant professors, programmers. There are three designations in CSC department. In the same way, in an employee table also we have sales manager, clerk, etc. Now what was the question? The question was group according to the designation. So I have to get the salary of all professors. Then I have to get salary of all programmers. Now all programmers in CSC department. So now in other departments. So now what we have to do? We have to bifurcate them. 90 department, 60 department, 50 department. Again, what is the subgroup? I have to group it as professor as a group, programmer as a group, assistant professors as a group. In this way, I have to subdivide them, and thereby I have to get multiple grouping in this model. Okay. If such is a case, then how can I draw up a SQL query? The simple way of drawing up an SQL query you can see in this was, first you make one condition, then you make another condition. What is the first group name? First group name was department ID. What was the second group name? The second group name was job ID. Okay, first group I am going to call it as a CSC department. Then in CSC department I have professors, I have assistant professors, and I am going to have programmers. So now for similarly I am going to have triple department. In triple department I have professors, in triple department I have assistant professors, in triple department I am going to have programmers. Now department is one group, CSC, EC is one group, job is another group, all professors, all assistant professors, all associate professors. Now what did you bifurcate? The bifurcate was you made it as a group, that is CSC as a group, triple as a group. So that is how we are going to work with multiple functions. So after this PPT we will have a hands-on, so we'll ask you queries, thereby you can answer according to the things. So next one was to have having clause. Next one was to have having clause. So what does this having clause, or when we are going to use this having clause was? So it is going to group the rows, and wherever it is applied you can apply this having clause, and it should match to the exact position. We will check one by one. So what was this query telling? The query was telling that to display department ID and to display the maximum salary, how it has to display? It has to display 30 employees are there in CSC department. In this 30, what it is going to tell? Group by department ID. So 20 employees are there in EEE, 25 employees are there in EC. Now I made group by department, 20 that is CSC as a group, EEE as a group, EC as a group. I made it this. This is for first one. What is second one? Having max salary is greater than 10,000. Now I am going to see that it checks group by condition, then it is going to meet a having clause with, it is meeting up the condition, that is max salary is greater than 10,000. So in every department it is going to see that in the 30th department who is going to have that max salary, and it is going to display. In the triple department, then it is going to see whose max salary is greater than 10,000. From all those it is going to display. Similarly, in max salary should be greater than 10,000. Whoever employees having greater than 10,000, those it is displaying. In the same way, it is now you can see it 20, 80, 90, 110, and the maximum salaries are going to be displayed in this form. So now another one was, it is working with job ID, and job ID it is REP. So now the first characters can be anything, last characters other can be anything, but the three pattern. So REP is going to be the pattern. So the pattern REP should be maintained. So before characters can be anything. Before characters can be anything. After characters can be anything. So, but the question was it is not like, but if I'm going to say like, then I will be having the REP. As it is not like, so we are not getting that answer at this point. So another one was maximum average salary. That too we are going to call here as nested group functions. So in nested group functions, what it is going to happen was, you are going to group the department IDs. So group number 10, department group number 20, group number 30. This is department number 10, department number 20, department number 30. So max salary was 10,000, 20th department was 15,000, and 30th department was 1933, like this. Now you can understand in 10, highest was 10,000. In department 20, highest was 15,000. In department number 30, highest was 19,333. So we are displaying the max salary in a internal after applying the internal grouping. So first we made a group in entire department 10, who is the max salary? In entire department 20, who is the max salary? In employee number 30, who is the max salary? We made a table. From this table, we got another table. That is what we call here as a nesting. So in 10,000, in 15,000, in 19,000, who is the max salary? That's where we are going to use this maxing functions. So altogether, we completed where class, group by class, having class, and we can still yet to complete order by class, which will be taken in the next content. Now we will start working with the query part that is customized to our application. So this is the query right now. So now we'll start with 5.4 query. It is talking with round functions, okay, or the things what we discussed done. Yeah, this is what we talk now. Okay, so I will share this again for convenience. I will share the link. I don't know why it is coming guest contributor. So earlier I have shared to you, can refer it. So select job ID and count from each department from employees, and that too you have to group it by this value. So for convenience, I will bring the table again before you. No need to scroll here and there. So adding up a new page. So this is called as group functions. So now I'm putting this table here. Now the query also I'm putting. Who is in the queue now? 594, are you there? 594. 595. Everyone? 595. Yeah. Yeah. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now this is a query for you. and there is a data set for you. You have to tell me the answer now. You have to tell me the answer now. This is the query. Select job ID and how many records are there. So job ID for us, it is only job. Yeah. Then you have to use a count function.
Count
Group
will
by.
give the number of rows.
Okay, agreed.
So
Agreed. Then group by
so
job.
it will
Group by job. How many jobs are there actually in the table now?
5, 4,
What are those?
clerk,
Okay.
analyst, salesman, manager,
Uh-huh.
president.
So 5. Let me verify in the SQL prompt. Okay. So select job from employee, right? So there are 14 records, 14 are displayed. Next, I will put distinct. Now how many will come? What is your point? How many will come? Clerk,
5,
analyst,
clerk,
sal,
analyst, salesman,
manager 4,
manager,
president is
president.
5. So if I put unique and if I'm going to run, I am assuming my answer to be 5. Okay, 5 came. Is the query complete? Is the
No.
query complete? Yes or no?
No.
No. Now you have to mimics. Now you have to mimics the uh, jobs: clerk, analyst, salesman, manager. I think distinct instead of distinct, I should select the previous only. So because you want count, right? You want to have the counts. So uh, so now I'm putting this into the work area. Now, what was the query? Yeah, now you can tell answers. These are the
Will give
four.
job and count.
Yeah, tell me the answers. Tell me the answers.
Number of clerks, number of salesmen.
Tell me. There are no much records. Only 13 records, 14 records are there. Tell me how many clerks are there, how many analysts are there, how many salesmen are there, managers are there.
4 clerks,
1,
4 sales,
4 clerks,
2 analysts,
2 analysts,
4 salesmen,
4 salesmen,
3 manager, 1
3 men.
president.
Okay. Shall I execute now? So select job from employees. Group by
Job.
job. There is no ID, right? So is it okay?
Yes,
Is
sir.
this the answer what you told?
Yes,
Clerk
sir.
4, analyst 2, salesman 4, manager 4, and president. How did it come? Why did it came?
Number of clerks will be displayed, sir. As we are grouping it by job,
Hmm.
so count will give the number of rows, right? So it will give the number of clerks and then
Okay, you can mute. Ah. $96. 97. 97. A naught. A naught. A1. Are you there? A naught. A1, are you there? A3. 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 A6. A6. A7. A7. Are you there? A7. A8. A8. A9. A9. B naught.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, I can. So now are you able to see this query now?
Yes, sir.
So tell me the answer for this.
This will give unique manager IDs, sir.
Okay. How many are there? I think I executed just before only. Unique manager IDs. Yeah, how many unique are there?
1 second, sir.
Yeah.
3, sir.
How you are telling 3?
Seven nine zero two
756.
7566.
Is it repeating? Can we consider for the second time?
No, sir.
7698.
7698. 7839. 4.
Can we consider for the second time?
No, sir.
Okay. 7698. Can we
It is
consider?
repeated, sir. No, sir.
Next one.
No, sir.
Next.
7698 again repeated, sir.
Next.
Repeated, sir. 7788 and 7782 are unique, sir.
So how many are there?
6, sir.
6. The answer is 6. I agreed. I just executed in another version. But, so total number of managers are 6 as per your answer. So total number of managers are 6. It is a simple query. I'll give you one more. So what is this? Max minus min. Max minus min. It is showing. So how to interpret this?
This will give The difference between maximum of the salary and the minimum of the salary, sir.
Now see the table. What is max value and what is min value?
Max value is 5,000, sir.
Max value is 5,000. Okay. Min value is
800, sir.
800. So what is the answer?
4,200, sir.
4,200 is your expected answer. Okay. So now you got this, right? 4,200. Okay, you can mute. Location is not there, so this query I can't solve. Decode is an advanced. Decode is advanced. This is subquery part. Now, five B9. 5B9.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Are you able to see this query and will you attempt this? See this query first. So, what was the query telling?
We have to select manager ND and minimum of salary, sir. Square.
Okay.
Manager ID should have any value, sir. Should not be null.
Next.
And we have to group all the manager IDs. Manager IDs having in that group, minimum salary have to be greater than 6,000. We have to group manager IDs where minimum salary greater than 6,000.
Okay. Okay. 3,000. Okay.
Okay. And order should be printed in a descending orders.
On which field?
What's minimum salary?
On which field? Salary field. Minimum is a function. Yeah. Field name is a salary there.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Can you explain the query again?
We have to select manager ID and min of salary, sir, from employee table, and the manager ID should not be null. There and we have to group all the manager IDs. That is 7902. All 7902 should be one. And we have to group only where min of salary greater than 3,000. And salary have to be ordered in descending order. It should be printed.
Now see the database and tell me what will be the answer. See the database. Tell me the answer. Will king record come? Will 7839 record come or not? 7839 king.
King, there is,
When they comes up,
sir, we have to see manager ID, you know, sir. It is null, no, sir, king for
So
king
I was
manager ID.
my question is, will this come or not? Will this record be
No,
displayed?
sir, no,
No,
sir.
that is only the answer. Yeah, fine. Okay. So I'll move this to our work area. Then you can understand, you interpret the result, because it's a complicated query. You interpret the result. So there is no data found.
So there is no salary, sir, which is greater than only 5,000. For that, manager ID is null, sir.
I'll put 2000. Yeah, when I put 2000, there are two records. So it will be very simple for you to answer now. So you can answer this. The answer you can remember, right? 7566 7839. 7566 and 7566 and 7539 on the answers. Now tell me how they came. This is the database.
Yes, sir. 7566 manager ID is two times it is, sir, and for both 3,000. Min is 3,000, sir. Min of
Right.
salary is greater than
Nice.
2,000, so it is accepted.
Yes.
And next 7539, sir. 7839, sir.
7839. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now how about this?
Yes, sir. 7839. It is 3 times repeated, sir. In that minimum is 2450, 2450, sir.
Yeah, that is the answer.
Which is greater than 2000.
Yeah.
So it is.
Yeah. So this is all from the second part.